wonderful slices ready for processing. This boulder is uniquely...
So in my last video, I tried recreating my mini trampoline I made out of rubber bands by making a huge trampoline using giant rubber bands. I could bounce on it and everything, but you guys wanted me to add even more rubber bands. So that's exactly what I'm doing. We have another 25 pounds of rubber bands, here double the amount currently on the trampoline. So my brother and I got started looping them all into strands and placing them evenly around the entire trampoline over the center so it would have extra support. We also made sure each strand had a lot of tension, and we just kept going. We had a couple more strands left, finished it off, and bam, the trampoline was double the size. I then went under and got on my lap.
They said Dad only had 20 days in rehab, and they were wrong. Fault.
It's one of them AI jet fighters, I think.
Frantic. I'm going frantic. I think I'm losing it.
Don't touch me. 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 Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't. Don't touch me.
Hello, my name is Brett, and I'm a...
Imagine a tomato plant towering 7...
What?
How North Korea became how it is today? When Kim Il-sung came, he made one promise to North Korean people. I'm going to feed you rice and meat stew each meal. And I'm going to get rid of all the inequality. If I do that, why don't you give me all your land and all your rights? We wanted no inequality, so we gave our land, our rights to this one guy. He took everything from us. So whenever in America I came, and people in Manhattan, living in the best city in the world, telling passionately how America is so bad. So I asked them, so what is it so bad about America that you hate so much? And they say, you know what? We have inequality in this country. That's an amazing thing that you can rise to compared to other people. The enemy is of poverty, not inequality. You know how North Korea...
What's going on here? This is Michigan, I think. Yeah, it could be Indiana, but I don't know. See. Stupid.
Alright guys, so this is a 149 kilowatt electric motor that equals out to about 200 horsepower, and this is a rush. They need it back right away. They were pretty sure it just needed to be washed, and it spins freely, but once we pulled that blower fan off the top and looked inside at the wiring, we could see things are a little bit more serious.
Oof.
A simple wash and dry isn't going to fix this issue. We'll take a look inside the pecker head or the junction box. We'll see how everything is connected.
Holy moly.
Exactly as we took it
That's
out.
a beast.
Now, the reason that they probably thought this thing was just dirty is because if we do a megohm test on this, it's not reading a direct short to ground, or it would be 0.00. Now you will see that with motors that are just dirty. However, we don't actually have a ground fault here, and we'll look a little deeper into that. Now some of these motors, they tend not to run lead wire out, so if we just pull the sleeving back, we can see they're actually just running a direct magnet.
Got a PTZ camera in your project?
350 bar. That's the number that almost destroyed this engine. For 60 years, rocket engines hit a wall. 200 bar was the limit. Beyond that, metal melts, valves fail, engines explode. The Soviet RD-180 reached 267 bar in 1998, and everyone thought that was the end. Then SpaceX built the Raptor 3, and they didn't just break the record, they shattered it by 50 bar. To understand why 350 bar matters, you need to understand rocket physics. Chamber pressure is like blood pressure for an engine. Higher pressure means more energy packed into the same space. For every 10% increase
I gotta go
in
help
chamber
Frankie
pressure,
really
you
quick.
get
I'm
roughly
right back.
5% more thrust from the same size engine. At 350 bar, the Raptor 3 generates 230 tons of thrust from an engine smaller than a compact car. For comparison, the Space Shuttle's main engine ran at 220 bar. It was the size of a bus. Raptor 3 is 3 times smaller and 30% more powerful. But there's a problem. At 350 bar, the temperature inside the combustion chamber hits 3,500 degrees Celsius. That's 1/3 the temperature of the sun's surface. Every metal known to humanity melts at that temperature. Copper melts at 1,085 degrees, steel at 1,370, tungsten, the highest melting point of any metal, fails at 3,400 degrees, still 100 degrees too low. So how do you contain an explosion that's hotter than anything on Earth? The answer is something no engine had ever done before. SpaceX doesn't contain the heat, they move it. Raptor 3 uses regenerative cooling. Liquid methane at negative 160 degrees Celsius flows through microscopic channels laser drilled into the combustion chamber walls. The fuel doesn't just cool the engine, it absorbs heat, expands, and becomes more energetic before it even hits the injectors. The walls of Raptor 3 are 1 millimeter thick in some places. Behind them is methane moving at 50 meters per second, pulling heat away faster than it can build up. It's like standing inside a fire and having a river run through your skin. But cooling alone wasn't enough. The old Raptor 2 reached 300 bar, but it was covered in external plumbing, fuel lines, oxygen lines, purge valves, sensors. All of that added weight and failure points. Raptor 3 does something no engine has ever done. It integrates everything. Fuel channels are cast directly into the engine structure. Sensors are embedded in the metal. What you see when you look at Raptor 3 is not an engine with parts attached. It's a single piece of engineered metal. No external pipes, no visible wiring.
Pretty neat.
Just a combustion chamber, a nozzle, and 350 bar of contained fury. So why 350 bar specifically? Why not 340 or 360? The answer is physics and manufacturing. At 300 bar, Raptor 2 was already the most powerful engine ever built. But SpaceX discovered that at 350 bar, the methane-oxygen mixture reaches what engineers call supercritical fluid state, where it stops behaving like a liquid or gas and becomes something new. It flows like a gas, but dissolves materials like a liquid. That state allows 15% more combustion efficiency. The Soviet RD-180 stopped at 267 bar because their metallurgy hit a wall. The Space Shuttle stopped at 220 bar because their design couldn't handle more. SpaceX didn't just push 50 bar higher, they redesigned the engine from scratch to operate in a regime no one had ever attempted. Raptor 3 achieves 350 bar through 3 innovations that didn't exist 5 years ago. 1. Regenerative cooling with methane running through 1 millimeter walls at 50 meters per second. 2. Integrated manufacturing that eliminates external plumbing and failure points. 3. Operating in the supercritical fluid regime where combustion efficiency peaks. The result is an engine that generates 230 tons of thrust from a package smaller than a car. An engine that runs at temperatures 100 degrees above the melting point of tungsten. An engine that pushed rocket physics 50 bar beyond the limit everyone thought was absolute. But here's the question that keeps engineers up at night. If 350 bar is possible, what about 400?
Yeah,
SpaceX
400's
is already
next.
testing Raptor 4. Follow Aerospace now, and I'll show
That
you
sounds
what
pretty
happens
cool.
when you...
I am so excited to be here with you guys.
Okay, good start. Shows energy.
Peter, this isn't a tryout.
Sorry. So, Elle, hey, what are your arm tattoos?
Oh, those are my 3 babies that never came to term.
Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe you just long sleeve it.
Oh, don't say it.
Yeah, sleeve it or don't say it.
Oh, I stopped sleeving when I started Sky Rizzy.
Enough with Sky Rizzy. Do Taco Bell. At least they're a sponsor.
So, anyway, on the way here, Elle was saying how much she likes beer.
No, I didn't. I said the library masturbator ruined another atlas.
Okay, look, this ain't working. Elle, we're regular guys. You're a librarian. All right? I don't know the first thing about libraries except that the atlases are sexy. Hell, I only even go to the library for the puppet show because I like King Puppet.
You mean this puppet?
Quagmire, I love her. You hit it out of the park. Hey, do you know the guy who does Prince Puppet?
Yes, but the prince is a little shy.
Oh my God, how is this happening? I'm just Peter Griffin.
Well, Peter may like you, but good luck winning over the Joe.
Aren't you the cop who hid in the library when he heard shots fired?
Never mind you on the Joe.
I also believe in essential oils. Would anyone like eucalyptus for their nose?
No, that's stupid. Ooh, that's nice. I can see why women make this crap their whole personality.
Ah, this is great. I'm so glad you guys are getting along.
We sure are. And I love this eucalyptus. I feel like koala Peter.
Hey, Mum, I'm going to pick some of these Tasmanian berries. Oh, oh, crikey, me peepers.
I'm meaner than you think.
I am so excited.
That's
One
awful.
of the best concepts that I use in coaching mindset development.
This remote and this remote were made 25 years apart, but they both work in the exact same way. They both use infrared, a simple technology based on flashes of pure light. If you scan or capture this light, you have full access to it. How does it work? Let's learn. The electromagnetic spectrum is pretty...
We cannot explain how a 2,000-year-old burial cloth has 3D information encoded in it that looks like a holograph. This is like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah, no kidding.
So 2 years later, in 1978, the STIRT team, the Shroud of Turin Research Project, comprised of 33 scientists, they go to Turin, Italy. So they take pictures of it, they get pollen spores, they get all of the samples, and they look at it, and their minds are blown away. Barry Schwartz, who I talked to on the phone, he's now dead, he was a Jew, and he came to believe that the shroud was authentically Jesus. He says, Jeremiah, we're down in the lobby of the hotel having drinks and just laughing, thinking, man, we got a free trip to Italy out of this deal. Give me 15 minutes in the scientific method, and we will prove the shroud is a forgery. After 15 minutes and after one day, no one was laughing. They said, we can't explain this. But what got Barry, and so Barry gives the TED Talk on the shroud, but what turned him and convinced him was the blood type AB blood. The significance is if there was ever a priestly line of blood, it would be type AB blood. Guess what the blood type is on the Sudarium that's been there since the 7th century? AB blood. So if you're a medieval forger, how are you going to know about AB blood? The hematological reports that have studied the blood, the peer-reviewed journals show that Jesus, who I believe is the man of the shroud, he was experiencing high levels of ferritin, so much so that he was experiencing organ failure before he even got to the cross. It is a miracle he even made it to the cross, based on the demonic flogging that he experienced. There's a criminologist by the name of Max Fry, and he takes pollen samples from the shroud. There are 58 pollens on the shroud. 38 of them are from Jerusalem. They only bloom in springtime during Passover. The rest of the 20 pollens follow the provenance of where the shroud has been for the last 2,000 years. It's the best established fact of the ancient world on April 3rd, AD 33. Sean, if we cannot believe that Jesus was crucified under Roman crucifixion based on the sources and evidence, we shouldn't believe that Caesar crossed the Rubicon in 49 BC. Jesus' death and resurrection is the best evidential fact established from late antiquity, and the evidence bears that out. I think the energy, this nuclear event that brought Jesus' physical body back to life, just blew the tomb door wide open. It turns out, when you look at it, the Shroud of Turin is scientific proof of the physical, bodily resurrection of Jesus Christ. And I believe that based on the evidence in the 102 academic disciplines that have studied over 600,000 research hours in it. I believe that because I'm not irrational. So I went from skeptic to believing in it based on the science. And here's what I like to tell people. Bruno Barbaris is a mathematician, and Bruno says, Jeremiah, there is a 1 in 200 billion chance it is not the historical Jesus.
1 in 200 billion.
So Bruno, are you saying that you believe that this was the Jesus of the Bible